A.J. McCarron is Alabama's all-time leader in passing yards, touchdowns, and completions. Alabama Crimson Tide football statistical leaders identify individual statistical leaders of the Alabama Crimson Tide football program in various offensive categories, including passing, rushing, and receptions, and defensive categories, including tackles, interceptions, and quarterback sacks. Within those areas, the lists identify single game, single season, and career leaders. The Alabama Crimson Tide football program is a college football team that represents the University of Alabama in the National Collegiate Athletic Association's NCAA Southeastern Conference SEC. Passing leaders applies to various statistical categories held by quarterbacks. After his career with the Crimson Tide that spanned from the 2010 to 2013 seasons, A.J. McCarron graduated as Alabama's career leader in passing yardage, 9,019, completions, 686, and touchdowns, 77. McCarron also holds the records for passing yards in a single season, 3,063, and touchdowns, 30, set during the 2013 and 2012 seasons respectively. John Parker Wilson holds the record for completions in a single season, 255, set during the 2007 season. Scott Hunter holds the record for passing yards in a single game, 484, set against Auburn in 1969. Gary Hollingsworth holds the school's record for most completions in a game, 32, set against Tennessee, and touchdowns, 5, set against Ole Miss during the 1989 season. Rushing leaders applies to various statistical categories held by offensive players who advance the ball rushing. After his career with the Crimson Tide that spanned from the 1996 to 1999 seasons, Shaun Alexander graduated as Alabama's career leader in rushes, 727, and rushing yardage, 3,565. Holds the record for career rushing touchdowns, 42, set during his career that spanned from the 2008 to 2010 seasons. Rushing single-season records include Alexander with rushes, 302, and Trent Richardson with yardage, 1,679, and touchdowns, 21, set during the 1999 and 2011 seasons respectively. Single-game records include Johnny Musso for rushes, 42, set against Auburn during the 1970 season, Alexander for yardage, 291, set against LSU during the 1996 season, and both Alexander and Santonio Beard for touchdowns, 5, set against BYU and Ole Miss during the 1998 and 2002 seasons respectively. Receiving leaders applies to various statistical categories held by offensive players who advance the ball by catching forward passes. After his career with the Crimson Tide that spanned from the 2004 to 2007 seasons, D. Hall graduated as Alabama's career leader in receptions, 194, and receiving yardage, 2,923. Amari Cooper holds the record for career receiving touchdowns, 20, set during his career that spanned from the 2012 to 2014 seasons. Receiving single-season records include Julio Jones with receptions, 78, and receiving yards, 1,133, and Amari Cooper with touchdown receptions, 11, set during the 2010 and 2012 seasons respectively. Single-game records for receptions, 13, was set against Tennessee during the 2007 season by Hall and against Florida Atlantic during the 2014 season by Cooper. Jones for yardage, 221, set against Tennessee during the 2010 season, and Homan, Michael Vaughn, and Al Larry for touchdown receptions, 3. In addition to offensive records, many who have played for the Crimson Tide have set various defensive records. After his career with the Crimson Tide that spanned from the 1983 to 1986 seasons, Wayne Davis graduated as Alabama's career leader in tackles, 327, Woodrow Lowe as the single-season leader with 134 in 1974, D'Amico Ryans set the single-game record with 25 against Arkansas in 2003. After his career at Alabama that spanned from the 1990 to 1993 seasons, Antonio Langham graduated as Alabama's career leader in interceptions, 19, Hootie Ingram as the single-season leader with 10 in 1952, and several players tied with the single-game record of 3. Derek Thomas holds every Alabama record for quarterback sacks with 52 during his career from the 1985 to 1988 seasons, 27 in 1988 and 5 in a single game against Texas A&M in 1988.